and say, gentlemen, welcome in, man. Um, yeah, so yeah, we're back, man. We're back. Like, what is this? Three-quarters of the way through the season. Better late than never.
Yep.
But we made it back, man. Good to be back on with you fellas, man. With you bros. Y'all straight, man. Everybody good?
We're good. We're
Yep.
good.
Yep. Straight. Straight.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So, yeah, man, it's a lot we could talk about. I would ask y'all, well, yeah, I won't even ask now because we're gonna talk about it throughout the course of this episode here. Just how we doing as sports fans, man. Just how we doing, how we feeling. You are we centered, grounded as sports fans? Hey, man. Yeah, yeah, interesting season, man. So I think, you know, we'll go ahead and we might as well jump in, man. Starting in the NFL, and I think we've been, we've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but we've been on long enough to know um, that this crew consists of like, avid Bucs, Panthers, Niners fans. And so, with that being said, I always like to get just a little pulse of how we feeling about our squads, man. And I won't even go first, man. You know what? I'm gonna let Gabe go. I'm gonna let Gabe go first, man. Ask you, man, how we feeling about you know the Bucks. Your Bucks, my Bucks, and then while you're at it, go ahead and pepper some thoughts. Your thoughts on the Panthers and Niners too.
Well, as far as the Bucks, I feel just fine. I mean, this where they are right now is exactly where I expect them to be at. I knew there was going to be like
Mhm.
a little losing stretch from some of the teams that we played, but now that we coming down to the end of the season, because we got the Panthers twice, we got the Falcons once, and the Saints once. That's how we gonna win the division. So I am absolutely okay. I just want the Bucks to get everybody healthy. That's what I want. Because I think if we go into the playoffs with a healthy team, we'll be straight. But don't be
Mhm.
them trying to rush people back is what's gonna hurt us. So I am
Right.
absolutely fine with the Bucks are doing right now. I just want them to wait until everybody is completely healthy. Even if we don't win the division. Because even if we don't win the division, I think we still have a shot to get in the playoffs. Just get everybody
Right.
healthy. As far as the Panthers, not a threat. Not a threat at all. Even if we split with the Panthers, they're not a threat. To me, the Panthers, they're up and down. They do have a great defense. I will say that. They great defense, but that offense is, I don't know, iffy. I'm not saying that the Bucks
Mhm.
defense is all that great, which our defensive back needs, some help, but yeah, I'm not worried. And then the Niners, they're the Niners. I to be honest with you, I don't even know what place they're in right now because tell me that. Well, they're the top of the division.
We tied for, I think, second with Seattle. I think
Yeah.
us and
So
Seattle has the same record.
okay. So yeah. So if the Niners and Seattle got the same record, I could definitely see the Niners getting in over. The As long as McCaffrey stays healthy, I think the Niners might get somewhere. This is the first year I think he's been healthy like a whole year, right? So I
Yeah,
mean, hey, we all
to my
know, we all
surprise,
know
I'm
when
totally.
McCaffrey is healthy, I mean that alone is gonna get the Niners into the playoffs. Period. But
Hmm.
if he gets hurt,
Yeah,
see you.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. That's true. That's what's up. That's what's up. Sterl, where you at with it, man?
So I have to comment on the Bucks and the Panthers too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we definitely want your thoughts on those
they
squads,
be on your
man.
TV sometime.
uh, so with the Bucks, um, I agree with you, Gabe. As long as they can get their main people healthy, they should be able to make a run. Um, I think it'll still be a little challenge from a DB perspective. Your defensive backs, they are starting to come together. They're starting to come together a little bit, but Everybody know the best way to attack the Bucs is through the air. Y'all front seven is probably one of the best in the league. So yeah. So just as long as you can, from a defensive perspective, just as long as you can get them young cats to make some plays when they have to, and offensively get back healthy. I mean, getting Bucky Irvin back, you could definitely tell the difference in the offense just from him alone last week. I mean, it was just so many options open for that. The Panthers, brother, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't really been following them outside of the when the Niners played them, and we pretty much smacked them around. We pretty much smacked them around, and then we just took our foot off the pedal, man. So I mean, it's like a roller coaster ride because it all hinges offensively, it hinges on their quarterback. He already a tiny dude, so he is their offensive goes as much as he'll take. I still ain't sold on their running backs, even though Dollar did his thing and Chuba Hubbard, he can prove he can do his thing. But teams that play them are going to try to make them one dimensional. Take the run
defense
out.
Is solid though. They have a solid defense.
Yeah. The defense is tight. I give them that. Yeah, the defense is tight. So I think it's going to that race for y'all division, man. It's going to come down to the wire. That game y'all have against them, that's going to be a big one, though.
It ain't gonna come down to the wire, but yeah.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Right.
Nah.
No. Right. And then my Niners, man, is just like riding a roller coaster from here to California, dog. We up, we down. We get Brock Purdy back. Brock put his Superman cape on, think he just got to lead us to the promised land and throwing all these dang picks. And then, we ride McCaffrey like Mr. Ed. So I don't know. Lately, I do like what my defense is doing. Salah got them young boys at least playing cohesively. So just as long as they can progress and try to keep his points off the board and let our offense catch up. Our offense is what it is. Ayuk ain't coming back. So
that's what I want to ask you that.
And then they talked about the one that just talks about getting rid of him. Now they talk about him coming back to the team to play.
So Ayuk, for some reason, wasn't coming to meetings, totally disconnected from the team. They trying to get him to come back. So a power move, they said, okay, fine, bro. You don't want to participate. We'll just lock your guaranteed money up. Nothing, you ain't got nothing. So thinking that was gonna help, and that didn't help. But from a health perspective, they say that he still is. I mean, they can't open up his 21-day window. He ain't ready yet.
Oh wow.
So but then there's some rumors of a trade that he might go to the Commanders. So it's like, look,
that's a home for all the San Francisco wide receivers, huh?
Right. So at this point, it's like, I'd love to have you back, but if we'll free up a bunch of money, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, I'll be quick, man. I think, I agree with Gabe when he says the Bucs are exactly where he thought they'd be at this point. I did as well. I think we got a real good shot, as far as winning the South again. It's just tough because we got some. I don't know. We got some somewhat unpredictable peasants trying to take the throne of the South, and that's them Carolina Panthers. I don't like what I've been seeing from them lately, only because, when they have a good game, my goodness, they have a really good game. And we seem to be a team where teams have really good games against, and I don't like that. All our games seem to be competitive and everything, and now it's just a bad setup with us going up there to Carolina. It's building up to the point that it's going to be a big game. It's big enough just amongst us as fans right now, even with our crew right here. Um, but it's going to be, a big game by the time it comes. Especially if both teams pretty much win our way to that game. I don't like it. I don't like how it's coming down, and then I don't like. I just feel like, man, damn, why are all our division games at the end of the schedule, at the end of the season? That's ridiculous. Folks all
Oh, they did
banged
that
up
on
and
purpose.
everything, and then you see, and then I just feel like I don't know why one dude make this much of a difference, man, but um, without my boy, without Evans, we seem really small, really, really small. That receiver, I don't know why. It just feel that way to me. It seemed that way, and it just seemed like it's a struggle. And then I don't like how they're talking about he's working his way back, man. From the way he was messed up this season, and then a broken clavicle, and that was a real bad fall he took when he went for that ball. He dove and everything. So I don't know, but yeah. So kind of right there in a nutshell is where I am with the Bucs and the Panthers, you know. And then yeah, the Niners, man, I mean, yeah, y'all defense is really the only thing that scared me right now. That was scaring the team. I think the defense. Um the offense decent, but we all know, like we was just saying, this Christian McCaffrey, and I have to say, man, I'm totally surprised um, I'll say this season's durability. I'll put it that way. This season's durability, because man, I mean, every time you look up, he got the rock.
Yeah, you
Every
ain't
time you
lying.
look up, yeah, it's like, oh my goodness, man, this dude. Every play, it's the same dude with the same number, same jersey, everything. How do y'all not know? And how can you not stop it? It's ridiculous. Same everything. So yeah, man. But it is what it is. But I'm proud of my boys so far, man. They're giving us a pretty good season. Um, could be worse, but I see us being kings of the South again. It's not gonna be easy, but I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Well, cool, man. I guess that said, we'll move right along, and then next up, just have to talk about these boys real quick, man. One, um, because yeah, to me they're the hottest team in the league right now, and then just because fantasy is kind of a weird thing, man. They make you have form these weird connections, but even just the short time I spent with old Drake May there, and then over the years fooling around with Stephon Diggs, although he a Patriot now, he ain't on my squad. I still just kind of watch. Um, but yeah, man. Most days I like them. Except for when they're playing the Bucs and everything like that. When I look at the AFC, it's no reason why they can't beat anybody in the AFC. I mean, nobody's intimidated by Kansas City anymore. Um, then you got the Bills. We see what kind of team that they are. Talk about roller coaster. They up and down. I mean, I think until they get like true number one receivers, and I'd even go as far as to say number two at this point. I think they're gonna be they just not a threat, man. So if you look at Kansas City, the Bills, I mean the Ravens, my goodness, man, I feel like I could just dismiss them cats. Unfortunately. Yeah, I don't see why not, man. I think, the AFC, all of that is going through New England. I think they got a good shot of winning the AFC. What you think?
I'll say this probably would be like the first year that you really don't have like a team that you could say gonna win it all. It's up for grabs.
Right.
But I will say this: Patriots gonna be your first round exit. Them boys are overrated, man. They overrated. Not saying that they're a bad team, but I think they overrated. Because if you look at their schedule, which you still got to play, I get it. You got to play the games, but look at their schedule, man. They plays I think maybe two teams that are over 500. Hold on, I got the schedule right here. So they play. Let's see, back in the beginning of the season, doop doop doop. The Raiders, trash. Dolphins, trash. Steelers, trash. Panthers, they was trash at the beginning of the season. They're better now. I will say that. But at the beginning of the season, they were trash. Then they played the Bills, which they beat the Bills by 3 points. So I was like, okay, that was a good win. Then they played the Saints, trash. Titans, trash. Browns, trash. Falcons again, trash. Then they played us. We was trash when they played us because half our team is out on injuries. And then they played the Jets, trash. Bengals,
So
trash. Giants, trash. It was like who they played.
so can I just throw this in there though? Isn't it fair to say though, honestly? I mean, the majority of the league is trash this season, right? So they playing amongst trash.
Mm,
I mean,
Well,
think about the AFC. Man, I mean, you could apply that across the board, bro.
yeah, but
Realistically,
if you
you could
play like a
apply
team
trash
like
across the
Dallas,
board.
still like if you play Dallas or Philly, I mean, you know that they're gonna put points up. To me, they're not playing a consistent teams every week that's gonna do something.
But wait, that's all I'm saying though. Remember now, I'm saying Kings of the AFC and coming out the AFC, they won't run into a team like Dallas or Philly unless they hit the Super Bowl. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Once the playoffs start, that's all I'm saying. I'm saying Kings
I,
of the AFC. It's a whole bunch of garbage in the AFC.
I, I think, I think, I think the AFC. I think it's just pretty much a down conference for right now.
Right, right. I
I
agree with that.
you could probably say parity is caught up with some of the elite teams like Kansas City and Buffalo and Baltimore. Teams are starting to kind of slowly creep up and kind of make that gap a little smaller than what it
Mhm,
is. Um, but I just think it comes down to consistency and injuries as well. I mean, injuries have plagued
mhm.
the whole league this year, all of our teams. I don't know if has affected the Patriots as much. I mean,
Right, right.
they've had some injuries, but not to the point where you've got key players out.
Hmm.
Um, so as
But who's
long
a
as
key
you can
player
stay,
that they even
you
had
tell
other
me,
than Drake May?
Drake May and
That's it.
Stephon and then they got you got that two-headed monster at running
Running
back,
back. Yeah,
but defensively they've been playing consistent. I mean, but
yeah.
I agree with you, Gabe. I think when the dust settles, they may not be a first round exit because they may get a bye. Who knows? But I don't think they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I
No,
just think they got. I just think they got a real shot to beat anybody in the AFC. I think so.
Well,
I don't think they do.
until the AFC get healthy, because like I said, case in point, Joe Burrow come back, right? They
Right.
win
Bingo.
the if they win their division with an 8-9, whatever that record is, and
They're
then
gonna
you
be.
want to face a healthy Joe Burrow and them boys, come on, man. Now
Man,
their defense
I'm
ain't worth a crap. I give you that, but
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying,
And even Kansas City,
you know,
right,
them not having Rice for them
put it,
first 5 or 6 games, that was big.
that was big.
That
bro.
was
But look at
big.
him now. Look at him now that he's back. They
Yep,
look a
they're
lot
losing the
better,
games.
but they look a
They're losing
lot
the
better.
games they're
But
supposed to
that,
lose.
But you know what the difference was? Them close games that they were winning last year, they're
Yeah,
not doing it this year.
right,
yep.
They losing
right,
the close games.
right,
That's the difference.
right.
Typically last year, they was gonna make a
Yeah,
play
man.
and eke them out. So
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. Understand, man. I'm just saying the Patriots. And as far as the AFC goes, just keep your eyes on the Patriots and the Broncos. All of them other teams, man, I think we just used to seeing and talking about Lamar and the Ravens and the Bills and Josh Allen and Mahomes and the Chiefs and all that. But yeah,
Now,
Their time's about up, gentlemen. Their time is about up.
Look at the
That's all I'm
pieces.
saying.
Like I said, Lamar, he got hurt for a while, so he missed about 3 or 4 games, didn't he?
Man, look here,
That took that
man.
whole team down.
With Lamar in there, they trash, bro. Don't do that. With Lamar
Well, I
in
mean,
there,
he's back
they were
now,
well,
but
straight. They were straight garbage with all his fumbles and all that crap. Come on, man.
but bruh, what's failing them more so is their defense. Their defense ain't
Yeah,
never been
yeah.
this horrible.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
But them turnovers be untimely, man. And every time I see Derrick Henry fumble, I just get disappointed, man. That joker too big, man.
Mm.
But I just keep, so who was that the other day? I was talking to somebody about that, and it was like, yeah, he a big dude, but it was just saying his hands real small, which it turned it into a funny conversation. But I don't know how true that is, and I didn't know he had, a reputation for having small hands. Um, but yeah, man, it is what it is. I just think, yeah, the Patriots, the Broncos, is what I see right now. And that's just me. But
So that's who you think will get to the AFC Championship, the Patriots and the Broncos. That's what you're calling?
well, I said the Patriots, man. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna just pile on, but I'm gonna go with the Patriots right now. I think the Broncos. Yeah, they're legitimate. They're a legitimate threat too.
But you got
Um,
me on tape. If they don't get a first round bye, Patriots be done. Round one, gone.
you're
Yeah.
mad.
I I think the Broncos coming out of that, bro. If I had to choose between the both, I
Uh-huh.
think the Broncos are a little bit more better complete team.
I agree
Yeah,
from both of them.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. Okay. All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, you know, up next, man, we got to talk about your
Oh
boy
no.
here. You know, I mean,
Oh man.
bro, bro, bro. He had a great run in Pittsburgh, man. He had a great run in Pittsburgh. He's still. I'm not saying he a bad coach and none of that stuff, man. But sometimes, bro, it's just time to try something new. You know what I mean? Time to try something new. But I think he pretty much worn out the welcome in Pittsburgh, man. They've been loyal to him, super loyal for all these years. I don't I don't know why. It's probably just their thing. If you look at, coaches, previous coaches historically and all of that stuff. Um, they're a pretty loyal organization, especially when you got a good coach. And Mike Tomlin is that a really good coach. Hell, a great coach. But yeah, man. No playoff games since 2016. All of that. The season's always the same. Oh man, we had a winning season. We was 9-7. Instead of 8-8 or something like that. I mean, yeah, man, that's over with now. And I think the culture in Pittsburgh is pretty much widespread, meaning the organization, the players, right out into the city. And so for the fans to be booing and calling for his job this past weekend, yeah, that's also is just confirmation to me that the welcome is pretty much worn out.
Has Pittsburgh
Uh,
ever fired a coach?
hell
I
no.
don't know. I don't think
Hell no.
so.
Because I think they all just retired. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and that don't mean they didn't sit down and have a conversation with him. Like, we can make it look like
Yeah.
you resigning, or
Yeah.
it can be what it is. You know what I mean? So I could see them at least giving them, kind of doing that for him. So
Right.
extending that kind of a gesture. Um, so to answer that, no, I don't know for sure that they've ever fired anybody. I know they've had some people move on,
Yeah.
you know. So the real
Yeah.
reason, but I don't know. But that's just my opinion, man. I think nothing to chew on for a long time and everything. I just think it's time for them to try something new in Pittsburgh. And I will admit, I just don't know who that better coach would be, and I'm not familiar with all the up and coming, OCs and DCs out there and that kind of thing. So, I don't know.
I could tell
I
you who.
think who
Whoever's the offensive coordinator.
I was
I
about to
hate to
go
say
there,
it.
Gabe.
I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but who did Mike Tomlin come from? Where did he come from?
Yeah, yeah, man. But
That doesn't work
so
anymore.
let me ask you this,
So
man. You mean to tell me, and then my bad, sir. Let me just put this out there, and you could probably include this with what you're about to say. So you mean to tell me you can have your head coach and your offensive coordinator, and sometimes even the defensive coordinator get that head coaching spot when you move on? The philosophy is that different. Y'all work together that closely, and your philosophy and strategies and all of that stuff, is it that different from that man you was just working right underneath? So, and I'm not saying that it's not possible that it is. I just feel like if I'm looking for something new and I hired a dude that's been working with him side by side for years and I promote him to the spot, I'm kind of getting the same thing. So
No,
that was just my thought on that.
you're not getting the same thing. And what you say, like the dude, but we mean the offensive coordinator, or what do you mean the
Yeah,
guy
whether
that's
it's
next to him?
whether it's the offensive coordinator in rare occasions, I think the defensive coordinator that gets the head coaching job sometimes.
I mean, no, it's completely different. A defensive coordinator is gonna play the game. Offensive coordinator is gonna play to win. Because to me, defensive coordinators, they don't take those chances. Like, I'm sorry, like he comes from the Tony Dungy era, and I love Tony. He was a great coach for the Bucs, changed the whole organization around. But I was one of the ones that was ready for him to go because he's too conservative. And
Hmm.
you can see all the coaches that's been up. Lovey Smith, conservative. Mike Tomlin, conservative. What's your boy used to be with the Jets? I can't think of his name. Herm Edwards, conservative.
Hmm.
So it's like if you don't get like and even now, look what the Bucs are going through with Todd Bowles, conservative. When you got these defensive minded coaches, you're gonna have these games like this because they're not gonna take those chances. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they itching for him to get up out of there. This is a different league now. You got to score. Don't get me wrong. Defense do win championships, but you got to score.
Hmm.
yeah, and I'm gonna pile on with that. So Pittsburgh really hasn't done anything since Ben Roethlisberger's left, right?
Hmm.
Consider Ben Roethlisberger a franchise quarterback. They have not attempted to go after a franchise quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger. Nothing. And the AFC is made up of franchise quarterbacks. So in order
Yep.
for you to compete, you can keep that same philosophy, but you better damn sure better have a franchise quarterback. They haven't had one. So they have
Hmm.
been leaning on their defense for so many years to keep them in the ball game. And then offensively, you just thinking, okay, my running game is strong. I got a good offensive line. And okay, I'll get a number one receiver. And just as long as I got somebody that can breathe and throw the ball, I should
Hmm.
be okay.
Yeah.
That philosophy, the AFC has changed, as Gabe said, but you got to score.
Right.
And
Right.
they haven't done that. You got to
Yeah.
go after it. You got to go after it. You got to lure. Now, the best thing you could do was Aaron Rodgers. I mean, but you catching
well,
him when he's 40.
well, I was
The
about to
best
say,
thing you
man,
can
I
do
don't.
is Russell Wilson.
It seemed like
You
you
know,
can't really get a true quarterback in Pittsburgh though. You
why
can't
is
really
that?
get like just a pure quarterback in Pittsburgh. I think after all these years, you can still say the best quarterback they ever had in Pittsburgh was Terry Bradshaw, and he wasn't even a pure quarterback.
Hey
You know what I'm
Nate,
saying?
how, how
Terry,
many how
Terry,
many how
Terry
many quarterbacks came out last year in the draft?
Exactly. And you got
meaning
not one of them.
right? Yeah, yeah. They even made him pass on Shador three
You know what I
times or four
mean?
times. Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So yeah,
that's
man. Yeah,
who's the
yeah.
GM.
I don't know, man, but I just put it this way, man. They ain't my team or nothing, man. I don't think any of us on here pull for them, and so yeah, this I just, wanted to put that out there, man, because I've been calling for it for the last 3 years now. And I think people finally starting to catch up. Be like, yeah, Nate been here, man, but yeah, he right. But yeah, there's too much time to put into Mike Tomlin, the most sorry Steelers anyway. But
I do
yeah,
like Mike Tomlin. He's a great. It seems like he's a great guy, but it's
hey man, just don't coach my football team, buddy.
Hey, I heard today someone recommended him, said that he'd be a good candidate for the Penn State job.
Oh, you know who
That was
said that?
Ben.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Big Ben said
Roethlisberger said,
that.
okay,
Said
yeah.
that.
I was like, wow.
Ben's like, get him out of here.
I'll get you a job, but you gotta get out of here.
And you see what Thomas said. He's like, hey, how come y'all wasn't talking about Andy Reid and all them other guys being college coaches when they got let go?
It might have been some rumblings because I actually thought Andy Reid was cooked when he got let go, but he bounced back big time because he got
I wanted him.
But
I wanted him as the Bucs coach.
He got his Michael Jordan.
Yep, he got him.
I was hoping the Bucs would get him.
He got his Michael Jordan. So yeah, man. So that's what's up, man. Tomlin's got to go. That's my opinion, man. So now we're gonna just talk about this looming matchup here, and you know what, man? I'm gonna say, there's no bias in, my thoughts and everything here, but nobody's gonna believe that anyway because they know I'm a true Buck fan. So I guess Sterling is here to keep them honest, because we know where me and G stand, man. Like I say, it's a game that makes me uneasy, man. It's in what 3 weeks we determined. Little over 2 weeks now, and we got to go up to Carolina and do our thing, and I just don't like it, man. Everything with it feels wrong, man. We saw what the Panthers can do when they really play ball. Their defense is consistent. They're playing at home. Oh man, it just feels bad, man. It's just leaving me with a bad feeling. That's all I got to say about that game right there. But like I said earlier, the Kings got to put these peasants in their place either way it go. Even though it feels bad and we rolling up into their house, we got to go in there and take it over. And hopefully that's what we do. But yeah, it's just not setting up right. Just not setting up right. What you think, G?
Not worried. Not worried.
I don't like
but
when you talk
don't
like
get me
that,
wrong.
man.
We ain't gonna blow them out. We're not gonna blow out the Saints. We don't blow out no team that's in the South. No matter how good they are, how bad they are, it's gonna come down to 3 to 4 points regardless. But I'm not worried about Carolina. I'm not. Not this year. I'm not. Not this year.
All right. So then I'll toss it to Sterl by saying, Sterl, should we be worried about Carolina?
So I'm gonna sit in the Panthers chair. So my confidence level is really high. Y'all coming up there. I dismantled the team that beat y'all and beat y'all handily. Thumped you. So just on that alone, and they were fully healthy. They ain't missing nobody.
I didn't even think about that shit.
No,
I didn't even the Rams. I didn't even
Rams.
think about that. I didn't even think about that shit.
They dismantled the Rams. So
that's another reason I got caused to pause. You see that?
Yeah. So just on that sheer fact alone, I'm coming in there. My confidence level is up here. So I'm gonna be playing with a bunch of emotion.
Then you throw it on top of that, having to deal with those Shaw boys. God,
you can put that on there. Yeah, the Rams, they did beat the Rams, but we was in the game with the Bills, and the Panthers, they got blown out by the Bills. The Bills blew their ass out.
Yeah, true.
So, and like I said, we are missing players, and the Rams, you got to have your players on the field against the Rams. And like I said, Carolina's defense is better than the Bucs defense. I will give them that. So they was able to put it on Stafford because he's not a mobile quarterback. So that was the advantage that they had on us. We ain't gonna stop that. But now I'm tell you, when we play them, it's gonna be that close game again. And like I
Right.
said, who knows? We might split with them, but I still feel we're gonna win the division because it's gonna be a close game regardless.
Yeah.
They don't fear me.
Yeah. I I well, you know. Yeah, they give a little quiver.
Yeah. Well,
I
like
Hell,
I
just
the
I
said,
Niners
just
didn't the Niners play them last week?
man, we
yeah,
dismantled them boys. We actually
but
took our foot off the gas in the second half, you know. So,
Exactly.
but
but you see what I'm saying though, man. The game is setting up the exact same way, and like I said, I expected that game with the Niners to go that way, and it gives me even more reason, more cause to pause about this game right here
Well,
because you take the Panthers right that Niners game, you put them in the Bucs shoes. They going into San Francisco. They had to go into San Francisco to play the boys. I mean, everything was just lined up, man. They were supposed to get a thumping. It felt like that game. Only difference is with this is, you know, the Panthers ain't really gonna be no favorite like the 49ers were when the Panthers was coming there. But I mean, bro, you know, man, you know the feeling. Like I say, and I know you. You know, like I say, man, I always give you props, man, because you be out there, boy, selling out from start to finish. I don't see how I'm a front runner. I got to wait till I know it's in the bag.
well, I sell out. I sell out because they lost to the Saints 3 weeks ago. The Saints. Now, if we lose to the
Right.
Saints, then I'd be like, okay, this is gonna be a problem. They lost to the
Yeah.
Saints 3 weeks ago
Word.
was that in New Orleans or
in Carolina.
in Carolina? Wow,
In Carolina.
wow, with a rookie quarterback.
I ain't know who the Saints quarterback is, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Well, yeah, man. So
Yeah.
we'll see. So final on this topic. Who you taking? You know, I'm taking the Bucs.
The Bucs 17-14.
Stir.
Man, I gotta go with the division champion until someone beat him.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
y'all won the division how many years in a row?
3, right?
3, 4 years?
Yeah,
Hmm.
something like that. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Might be
So
longer than that.
until somebody dethrone them boys, I gotta go with them.
It definitely feels like our division. It feel like we own it. So yeah, it just will feel awkward if somebody else won it. All right, cool, man. Cool. That's what's up. So finally, who you got? Super Bowl. So we just
Ooh.
touched on this a little. We just touched on this a little bit, and I don't really have um, struggles with. Well, not as much of a struggle with the AFC right now. It just seems like a down conference. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Patriots, followed by a close Broncos coming out of the AFC, and then for the NFC, yeah, I'm not gonna be biased and say the Bucs. I gotta go with the Rams, man. I gotta go with the Rams right now. That's the way things look to me right now. Rams and most likely Patriots, and they make it to the Super Bowl, and I think the Rams will beat them. The Rams will edge them out. So that's my pick. Rams, Patriots, Rams champs.
Well, in the AFC, I got two teams. It's gonna be rough. I don't know. There's something about them Colts, boy. Them they're like under the radar, but they're not under
Hmm.
the radar. So it's
Hmm.
like you
But
can
they
see
look
like
like
once the playoffs start and they win a game, win a game, win a game, and then you got the quarterback who ain't supposed to be there. You got a running game. You got two decent receivers. I could I could truly see them getting to the Super Bowl. Maybe not winning it all, but I could definitely see them getting to the Super Bowl. Them and probably who was my other team? I wrote it down. Oh, the Broncos. Yeah, them are the Broncos. I could see
hmm,
them saying, the rivalry has come back, all that other kind of stuff. So I could see them sneaking up, and then in the NFC, I would like for my Bucs to get there. I don't want to jinx them though. But ain't nobody talking about them Packers, man. The defense is back together now. Don't forget their defense was hurt for a while. And they got
Yeah,
receivers, they got running backs.
I just think, yeah, and they do, but I just don't think they have enough on offense. And then
Yeah.
Jordan Love, he tend to short circuit every now and then, and it'll be at the wrong time, bro. So I think it's too early for them. I see
I
them
don't
next
think it
year, maybe
is.
year after. I think it's too early for them.
They had a lot of
Oh,
players that was hurt on defense that are now healthy. And
mhm.
I think with a healthy
Yeah,
team,
I
Micah
damn sure
Parsons
could be.
healthy.
I damn sure could be wrong now, but I don't know. I just think their offense is gonna come up short when it matters.
And I hate to say it
Yeah.
too. If they get in, them goddamn Cowboys, man.
Oh
Boy, they've
yeah.
been playing
Oh
some
yeah.
good ball,
Yeah.
man.
You got to pay attention
Jerry
to
don't
them
look so
boys right
bad now with
now,
that
man.
trade.
And that's the other thing that make Pittsburgh look crazy. George Pickens over there eating it up in Dallas,
Right.
man.
See
Why
what I'm
would you?
saying?
And
But
then you had DK Metcalf come to
yep.
Pittsburgh before you let this man go, and you still let him go. Are you
That had to be
kidding me?
yeah. That was a
But
horrible
hold up, Nate.
decision.
Like I said, what's the difference? You got a quarterback that can get them the ball. You
Yeah,
ain't got that
yeah,
in Pittsburgh.
yeah.
Shoot. That's why I was
Like,
shocked when DK signed that. I guess he figured, between Russ, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, but nah, bro. Nah.
DK thought Shador was gonna be there too.
They probably duped him. Yeah, they duped
But
him.
yeah,
he
man.
should have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Sterling, who you got? Did you give us yours? We
Nah,
good?
nah. So in the AFC, I narrowed it down to three teams, and y'all mentioned them:
Uh-huh.
Broncos, the Patriots, and Indianapolis for sure. And my dark horse is them damn Chargers.
Yeah.
So if they can get back to the way they were playing at the beginning of the season, I know everybody was healthy, but that's
Hmm.
my dark horse. But out of
Yeah.
them four, I think I like the Broncos. I like the Broncos to come out of there. I think it'll eventually come down to the Broncos and the Colts, and I just think the Broncos. I like them coming out of the AFC. NFC, yeah, I'm biased. I want my boys there. But to me, the NFC, there is so much parity.
Right.
Anybody could win it. No one is
Hmm.
mentioned in Philly because they've been playing like garbage. But if these boys actually get back in it, they could win it. Dark horse Dallas. I mean, like you said, if they could sneak in and keep scoring them type points, mind you, they not gonna get a home game though.
Right.
Unless they
Right.
win the division, they gonna have to get on the
Hmm.
road.
Hmm.
No,
And
they ain't winning
typically,
the
you're gonna have
division.
to they ain't gonna win the division, but you're gonna go on the road in the cold. So you're gonna grab you know, a
Yeah.
Chicago
I
or
think the
somebody like
only
that.
yeah. I think the
Yeah,
only thing Dallas missing right now, though, man, is just total confidence, and they on the
pretty
verge,
much.
and they on the verge of getting that. They're on the
Yeah,
verge of getting that,
and th-
they're gonna be trouble.
and let me pose this question to you because no one has mentioned the team. What y'all thought on Chicago? Because they
Oh,
clearly winning that division. Do you think they got enough?
Yes. Yeah, I
not
think they
Think
on
so?
do.
offense, not on offense, not on offense.
I do.
I think I think they're gonna come up short on offense.
No.
Is it because of the QB?
The QB, and I think they are short as far as receivers go. I just think because if more were more, no pun intended, um, then they'd be getting that from him. You know what I mean? But he just have too many inconsistent weeks. You know, you see him, but you see him now, you don't. You see him next week, you don't. Might take a 2 week hiatus. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I just think they're you know, I don't think one dimensional is the right term. But because they're not one dimensional, they just really got one half of the field covered as far as receiving goes. It's just one side, and that's just whatever side your boy on, Dunze or whatever, however you say his name. But yeah, so
What you
I
think,
just
Gabe?
think they're gonna come up short, and their quarterback ain't 100% reliable.
I completely disagree. Because number one, they're probably going to end up being the number one seed, and you got to remember this is the first year with the coach, with the Ben Johnson you bought from the Detroit Lions. Their
Hmm.
offensive coordinator is the head coach, and you see a lot of the stuff that they're running now. It's kind of the same stuff they were doing in Detroit. And then Caleb Williams, I want to say they had said he has like the best touchdown to interception ratio right now. So, and then
Mm-mm.
I think the receiving core is great with a Dunzier, DJ Moore, Luther Burden. It's just that I think Caleb got to make some better decisions. And then you still got the two-headed monster with DeAndre Swift. And then what's that new dude?
Start with
Oh,
an M.
Morangai.
the
My
one you
man,
ran out there and picked up, you should know
I
his
sure
name. You
did.
ran it. You ran out there and picked him up so quick.
And but even last week with Swift being back, he ran over 100 yards, Morangai.
Right, right,
So
yeah. Well, man, I I don't know, man.
you have to
Nah, I
go to
just don't.
so
Chicago. You're gonna have to go to
that
Chicago and play.
right. That was the reason why I brought them up because I was going to say Dark Horse got to be Chicago simply because of that
Yep.
reason, Gabe. I got the number one seed. I get a bye, and then you got to come up to my house in this cold weather to play. Don't nobody want that.
Thank God it ain't cold.
Don't know.
They,
The Rams
they
don't
don't.
want it. We don't
They,
want it.
they,
Detroit don't
they,
want it.
man, they don't have enough, man. Don't nobody want to see. Don't nobody want to see. What's the name? Chicago ain't no damn playoff. Should be
Hey,
boring.
they be doing that 1985 Super Bowl show.
Yeah, they have it. And
We
and
are
then
the
they
bears.
just didn't they
We
just
are the
do like the
bears.
anniversary on that, man.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Hey,
Shoot.
yeah, you're right,
Yo,
Gabe. Yeah. We
Shoot.
are the
yeah,
bears. They
well,
be doing
the good thing
Yeah.
about it, the beautiful thing about it, we gonna see. It's gonna play out. We gonna see. Huh.
And that's sad too.
Yeah,
We actually
man.
bought an album of some god dang Chicago players.
Right.
Because
Because
I sure had
Man.
the album.
they had no
But they
talent but
called me
on the football
sweetness and I
field.
like
They
to
got people
dance.
right. They ain't got no
Big
talent but on
old
the football field and got us out there buying the album. Come on, man.
got that glistening Jerry curl, boy. What?
Whoa, man. I tell you. All right, man. So I guess we'll jump on over and talk about some NCAA's now, man. And just like with the NFL, we'll start out touching on our teams, man, and their season thus far, how we feel about them and everything. Yeah, man, I'm gonna jump out there and say FSU Gamecocks. Just feel my pain, brothers. Just feel my pain. You know, Florida State, this has been a weird season, man. Because we came into the season and then all of a sudden it seemed like the masses, or at least, the bare majority, actually thought we had a great team. And I'm thinking, man, how the hell y'all think we made a complete 180 from that shit y'all saw last season to this season? You know what I'm saying? How you would have thought we made that 180? And I think that Bama game threw a lot of people off. Um, I was kind of looking at it, scratching my head, like, man, what is happening right now? And I almost got sucked in. I'm glad I did. And I stuck with the reality of things. And then, but I will say on the Gamecock side, man, they got me, boy. They got me. I'm talking about everybody from Kurt Herbstreit to Desmond Howard to all of them, boy, talking about the Gamecocks and our preseason ranking and boy, Lenore Sellis, man, and how we just man, I was like, oh boy, this the one right here. Cause normally the way they had me gassed up, that's how Shaw Dog do me. But it just be him. Now I got a whole bunch of people, TV personalities, analysts, Shaw Dog, everybody. I'm like, oh, this the one. Man, Lord, look here. And then, the culmination up 30-3. And lost that game. And man, look here, man. I went into that game expecting us to lose. And I walked past the TV and I looked and I said, oh my God, 30-3. And so then they had me feeling like, yeah, we can win this thing. And then I took another look and I was like, 30-3, but it's the first half. Oh, it's too early. It's too early. Too much ball left to be played. And sure enough, man, I might have uttered those words and jinxed us, but man, I don't know, man. Even not expecting to win the game, by the time that game was over, I was so hot, man. I'm talking about hot. And then what makes it even worse, we're sitting there playing Clemson this weekend, and we were driving back home, from South Carolina back home to Tampa, and so it was during the game time, and so we had the game going. Lisa pulled it up on the iPad, so we had the game going, and something happened. We lost connectivity, but she got it back. And so the game came back on. I wasn't paying it no attention, but my watch and my phone kept going off because I got the little sports app. I figured out what was going on after about a good 20 minutes. And I said, well, damn, because when I'm looking at the iPad, the game's still like a one-score game. And at one point they were tied. But I'm looking at my watch and I happened to see a little alert come across that Sellers picked off. And I'm like, what the hell going on? I ain't seeing that on the iPad. And then the next thing I know, I'm seeing Clemson 28, Carolina 14. I'm like, what the hell? And so I told Lisa, I was like, oh man, I realized what's going on. I said, man, turn that off, man. I don't even need to be watching that. It's over already. And she didn't turn it off for some reason. Then so it stayed on. I'm hearing this over here. And traffic all bad out on the road, everybody out there, man. So I'm feeling like Michael Douglas in falling down, shit just going wrong. And I'm steady hearing the game, and it's just getting worse and worse. I said again, hey man, you can turn that off. And she just on her phone, just about after the third time, and I got that alert ahead, I said, no, babe, I'm serious. Turn it off. Well, you want me to stop what I'm doing and just turn this off, but you're sitting over there texting. And why you getting mad? It's just a game. You mean to tell me you're mad? Yeah, I am quite heated right now. Turn it off. So how does she not get that?
Turn it off.
Well, yeah, man. So, yeah, man. And then I'm going to say, man, I'm going to give the Canes some props. The only thing I'll say is, at least right now, the only thing I'm gonna say is, goddamn, what's my boy name that y'all poached from Georgia?
Yo, you talking about
your quarterback? Yeah, he ain't worth no $12 million. I'm gonna just say that. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'll say. Yeah. So yeah, man. So I mean, yeah, Sterl. So your thoughts, man? Where you at? And like I said, man, even going to pepper them on the your thoughts on FSU and the Gamecocks. Why you kind of flaunt your Canes?
On the FSU front, bro, y'all just need to
blow it up
and reload and fill up that bank account so you could track some of these players, bro.
Yeah.
Because the players y'all have now, they just in order to compete, you gotta go get some dogs. Not to say y'all don't have any, but it just seems as though that philosophy and the way they recruit, it ain't working. Now I know it has changed with the money, and now you got to pay these players. So, man, the boosters got to fill up their bank accounts and start being more aggressive. Should your coach be fired?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I would say that no. If I was a Hurricane fan too, I'd like no, keep him, man, as long as you can.
I was going there. I wanted him to stay there.
Nah, he got to go. He got to go.
Yeah,
He got
because
to
I
go.
mean, for y'all to come out and beat Alabama, and then you know come
Then
out and
go
have a
dark.
season like that, that's that's unacceptable. You can't do that,
Right.
bro.
Beat him and then go dark. That's what we did.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You're supposed to be building up on that momentum. Your Gamecocks, bro, I ain't really been following them.
You ain't missed that.
I'm being quite honest with you. I mean, I keep I keep up with them through the chat.
You ain't missing nothing.
So I ain't really been keeping up with them. I know y'all now. It appears like y'all got some dogs. I mean, across the board, look like y'all got players, but it's just in crucial times they make them critical plays and they're just not able to recover.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know much about the culture of the coach, and it seems like y'all got the pieces. You just got to put it together.
Yeah, everybody thought we had something because we got a Beamer, but no, but he ain't the one.
Yeah.
They need to check his papers. I don't think he 100% his bloodline.
Yeah, well, he ain't the Beamer, the Beamer.
Right.
Yeah.
Chip off them
He's a
spot.
Beamer, not the Beamer.
The Beamer. Right.
What
Right.
up, G? What you think, man?
Well, like I said, uh, I'm sorry, Florida State. Yeah, we got to get a coach. We
Yeah.
got to get a coach. I mean, like, okay, the year before last, you had the whole situation with the quarterback getting hurt, which is why we didn't get into the tournament or whatever. Okay, fine. Then next year, the last year, it's like it's horrible. I mean, we lose every game. People,
Mhm.
players ain't playing. So this season, you come back and you be like, okay, we're gonna have another bad year. You start the season out with us beating Alabama. So okay, a little bit of excitement. Then when we win the next game, now we're undefeated. So now we're back in the rankings. I already had told everybody we already knew we had Miami coming up. Miami was looking good too at the same time, but the week before, if that wasn't a trap game, I don't know. You were going up to Virginia on a
Yeah.
Friday night. On a Friday night, we're going to Virginia the week before Miami. And I was like, this is going to be the game that we could lose because they're looking forward to the next week. And we
Mhm.
lose the game. Fine. As a coach, you got to get your team back prepared. Okay, we lost the game. We might have been looking forward to Miami, but guess what? Now we got Miami. Let's go out there and play. From
Right.
that going forward, from that Virginia game, we look like trash, man. It's like you can't go that far
Yeah.
and have a great first 3, 4 games, and all of a sudden you just start losing every game and look like trash without you losing players. We got talent on the team. That's coaching. It's games I
Yeah.
watch where you got a scrambling quarterback that ain't gonna throw the ball, but yeah, we still playing three safeties and two safeties back. Why? When he ain't gonna throw the ball. That's coaching. We have no second half adjustments. None. And then when you lose to Miami and Florida like 2 or 3 years straight, yeah, it's time for you to go. You got to go, man. You got to go. And it's crazy when Florida can fire their coach, but we got our coach coming back another year.
Right.
That's
It's
true.
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, this is gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same thing next year. We might win a couple of games, get excited, and then that second half of the season, we're gonna be right in the same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think next year my plan is just to watch college. I won't be rooting. I'm gonna just watch, take my emotions out of it because it's getting rough.
Yeah.
And Miami, I
Uh,
mean, Miami. I haven't watched a lot of Miami, but I watched enough of Miami where y'all only got 2 losses, right?
yeah.
So I think that's enough to get y'all in the playoffs. Be honest with you, I think y'all will get in there. How far you go, I
Mm.
don't know. So that
Yeah.
I can't say Y'all had a bad year because you didn't. 2 losses. That's a great year, and I do think that'd be enough to get you in the playoffs. South Carolina, I'm about with Sterl. Like even
Hey,
like
been watching.
the college teams that I'll watch on the side is like I will catch Miami, Alabama, Auburn, South Carolina, unless they're in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
no
mean, I get
doubt.
it. If you in Carolina, you got to watch South Carolina and North
Right,
Carolina. But
right.
when you outside of there, it's like if you ain't top 10, I couldn't even tell you who the quarterback is really. But
Mm-hmm.
you still gotta. Y'all ain't
Yeah,
going to the playoffs like Florida State. That's what I do. Y'all gonna
right,
be at home with us.
right,
So
right. Yeah, that's
I'm with
real.
you, Nate.
That's
Next year, I
real.
think I'm just gonna watch everything.
You know. All right, so let's see, man. We got a few more to move through here. We'll pick it up a little bit. So we're gonna talk about just real quick, touch on old Arch there, man. We you know, I think yeah, even going back to last season, it's on record that I don't know, a huge believer, I would say. I was always an old Arch man in there. And I won't lie, this season right here came, bro, and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Um, yeah, he was looking pretty rough, man. But I think now he's starting to come back around. It seemed like it took him a while to settle down and everything. I know they haven't been playing like top notch talented teams, but they just took down who is that? Texas A&M, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and he looked damn good doing it, man. So yeah, so I say there is something there, man. I think you know, yeah, I think it's something there to be excited about, and I think he's just gonna only get better, man. So, as long as he stay in college, at least another year, it won't hurt him to do two.
Yeah,
So that's what
it
I
would be
think.
it would behoove him to stay another year.
Hmm.
He's not ready for the NFL coming out right now.
Yeah, I
Um,
hate to see him go out and be just another JJ McCarthy.
mhm.
Sorry to cut you off, but go ahead,
No,
bro.
no, you fine, you fine. Um, I'm not gonna say I really expected it, but I wasn't surprised that he struggled early.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you were thrown into the fire, but he was thrown into the fire, but he knew that fire was
Hmm.
coming.
Yeah.
And you got that name on your back. You know what I mean? So he made it come out thinking he needed to come out and play hero
Hey,
ball. And you got a talented team. You don't need to play hero ball. Just be yourself. So I think
right.
just during the course of the year, he actually was able to settle down and then not attack the game, but just let the game come to him. And you just
Hmm.
now seeing that. So, but again, that's another team I ain't really been paying attention to. I ain't really what I'm not trying to find a Texas game to see Arch Manning. Trust me. I'm just watching the highlights like everybody else.
Hey,
So
man, they top 10, man.
well, I just ain't trying to I'm not trying to seek out Texas. I ain't trying to watch their games.
Yeah, well, I think so, man. I think he's gonna be straight.
I know he better be lucky he got that last name.
Hmm.
Because if his name was
Ah,
wasn't if his name wasn't Arch Manning and it was Arch Davis or Arch, just Whiting or any other last name, we'd be like he just an average quarterback. Now last season, I did think he was going to be the truth this season. I'm like when he take over, Texas going to be good. And to me, it's no excuse for him to be playing the way he playing because you got all the tools in your backyard. When Tebow went in there for Florida, Tebow wasn't the most talented, but he made the most of it. Them throws, Arch, man, he been making it. You in college, and he be making some bad throws, and yeah, he been coming on these last couple of games, 4 or
But
5
man,
games. But
I was gonna say,
mm-mm.
man, yeah, I think you're going back a few games, man. I'm talking about like right now, though. Right now,
Yeah, but this
last
is the end of
okay,
the season.
just go back 3 games. But it ain't like they were playing garbage, right? They hadn't been playing trash.
Well, I'm okay. So every time Texas play, I really don't look at Texas. I look at him and how I think New Orleans was trying to tank for that first pick this year so they could get him. Which, of
Well,
course, that ain't going to happen now.
I was gonna say, yeah, he ain't coming
Yeah,
out of
that ain't
there.
going to happen now because the
He ain't ready.
expectations he didn't live up to. And
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you, I don't know if he going to live up to them next year because you're not in the NFL. You're not playing against elite defensive backs and elite defensive players. You're in college. You should still be dominating at least most of the games. And he's like like you said, recently he's been playing good.
Well, man,
So
he just has some more
NFL, you gonna see that
development,
every
man.
week.
He need more development, man. Well, yeah, he definitely ain't NFL ready, but he can be in another year, maybe 2, and then it might require him.
You said
Might require
that. So yeah. So now you said year 2. So you saying he
no,
should go as a senior 4
because
years.
that's it's right in line with what I just said, that he should stay in college another year, if not 2. I just said that earlier. Yeah, shit, he need it. He need it.
Yeah, but
And
he'll come out early though. He'll probably play one more year and then come
Yeah,
out.
but see, that's that second year of college that second year he should have stayed in college. He just spent that year on the bench in the NFL. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
you just can't. Yeah, you can already see that. All right, that's what's up, man. So, other big NCAA news: Kiffin to LSU.
Who cares?
Is it a big deal? So we sat here, we all talked about our teams and everything just now leading into this. And now we're on this question, and with him being at LSU. All that stuff we said about our teams, man, leading up to this doesn't really matter because this is about to be a dynasty for about the next 5 years or so. It's only going to be LSU, Pepper, and a little bit of, maybe Georgia. I think Alabama heyday and glory days behind them, even though you know, they look like they doing a little. They got a shot this season, but they look like a weak Alabama. It ain't a Nick Saban Alabama. It's a weak Alabama. So, hey man, is it a big deal, man? Is he going to LSU and create a dynasty that's really going to have us all sick and just have us in the SEC just totally pissed off?
nope.
You don't
I
think
give it.
so?
No, I mean it's only a big deal if you a LSU fan or a Florida Gator fan or an Ole Miss fan. Them the only 3 people that care. But I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. When he go to LSU, he gonna get the recruits and stuff. But I hate to say it with that. Now that you got the nil where these cats get paid, they don't care about no face, man. They gonna be like, how much you gonna pay me to go there? He gonna be like,
And
well, I can get you the
but
NFL.
LSU got Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
still, when the last time LSU won a championship?
Well, it wasn't that damn long ago.
It's been a little minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been
Shoot,
a little
Brian
minute.
Kelly was there how long? 4 years? 5 years?
Joe Burrow wasn't the last championship they won.
Yeah, he was. Joe Burrow was the last championship LSU won.
Yeah, see, so
They ain't done
Oh,
nothing since then.
everybody getting
Now,
this now, and then if he
yeah.
win, you think he gonna stay at LSU? He gonna dip go to
yeah. Okay.
NFL?
So I'm hearing all that y'all saying, but dude, he was just at Ole Miss. You don't think Ole Miss was kind of up against the same things? He was up against the same things, even worse at Ole Miss because they're not LSU. As far
Did Ole
as
Miss,
Neil and all of the other stuff played a role. They all played a factor, even at Ole Miss. But look at them.
did Ole Miss win a chip?
Bro, nobody expect Ole Miss to win a chip though. Ole Miss will never
Yeah,
be in
you
a
do.
position. Ole
Yeah,
Miss,
you do.
no, you don't,
You
man. No,
bring in
you
a
don't.
Bro,
coach like
you
Now
that.
you
play to
stop it,
win the game.
bro. I don't. Yeah, everybody play to win the game. Shit, everybody in the NCAA play to win the game. But we all know as fans and watching the game long enough, it ain't but a few that you expect to win. Nobody expects Ole Miss to even give them a shot at winning a national championship. This year would be their biggest chance, their best chance. But shit, they can't even. They won't even have their coach that got them in this position. coaching them going into the playoffs. So nobody expect Ole Miss to win, man. Y'all know better than that. Don't do that.
I do. Now that you got the playoffs, if I hire a coach, like a big name coach, and pay him big money, I expect you at least be able to get in the playoffs, and then from the playoffs we'll see what happens. But
bro, that's what he did. He's in the playoffs, and then you see what happened. But now he
gone.
Yeah, but that's a whole different rabbit hole right there, man. Because I don't think none of us gonna knock nobody for taking a better job. But you know,
what makes that job better?
What
makes that job better?
Shit, bro, he on a much bigger stage. He got more resources. I mean, LSU is a dream job compared to Ole Miss. You don't think so? Just like your boy was saying today that left South Florida to go to Auburn. He was like, man, being able to coach, and then especially on this level, it's a dream job. Who wouldn't run to that? Like he said, it's levels, man. You know, even with Ole Miss and LSU, they're levels, man. They're levels, and Ole Miss ain't on no LSU level.
I'm just saying, Ole Miss was willing to open up the coin even more. It's all about how much you can pay these players now.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah, and Ole Miss was willing to open up the coin.
No, man. Bruh, I don't care how much.
I'm just saying.
I don't care, man. Listen, man. You not go.
Hold on. Let me say this. Brian Kelly thought the same thing when he left Notre Dame. Look where it got him.
But that's Brian Kelly. But nobody want to play for no damn Brian
Kelly. He took his what he thought LSU was better than that year he left Notre Dame. I think they made the playoffs. I think they even went to that championship game and then ended up losing. But he dipped on them kids.
Man,
I'm taking a better job. He went to LSU and did what?
Bro,
not a dime.
Come on, man. But yeah, he went to the NFL and did what? Nothing. Brian Kelly, man, who want to play for damn Brian Kelly? Be real, man. Brian Kelly ain't no great coach, man. I think everything. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it play out, man. Y'all know LSU a better job than freaking Ole Miss. I agree with that. The guards are changing, and LSU is a better school than Ole Miss. And then even like Stephen A was saying, I agree with that 100%. I don't give a damn what the NIL is. You ain't gonna find no bunch of blue chip brothers and all that trying to go to no Mississippi. Don't nobody want to go there. I don't care how much
you won't, but
right?
You can keep he'll be able to keep
versus
the players going to LSU State.
Bro, with all that soul and all that running through your blood and your veins and all that, and somebody stack up Ole Miss and LSU, where you going?
Well, that depends. You gonna give me $4 billion or $1 million?
Damn.
If Ole Miss give me $4 million, I'm gonna be like, I'm going to Ole Miss.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
LSU can kiss my
exactly.
Y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. Y'all know because first off, if you're worth the money, Ole Miss ain't gonna be able to outprice LSU. Don't do that, man. They ain't no. Don't do that.
I don't know about that.
And if they do that, then you're gonna be like a true NFL team that's stuck with the salary cap because you done paid your quarterback all this money. You can't get nothing else to go with it. They're gonna just spend out their damn money. They just gonna spend it up.
NCAA. That's coming.
And they too, you gotta remember. Now you gotta remember that the kids that are coming up now, they don't know about that tradition. They might know from their parents and stuff like that. But that ain't their tradition. That's their parents' tradition. Bro, all they know about is who's winning now.
Bro, if you football, if football is in your veins and you bleed football, breathe, sleep, eat, all that football, you know.
But I'm saying with all of that, if I know I can get more coin over here versus over there, and I'm gonna play, I don't have to worry about. I'm out.
Man,
I'm out.
Understand something, man. If I'm going, if I got a choice and I'm going, and it's Ole Miss and LSU, and even if it's a $2 million difference in favor of Ole Miss, I'm going to LSU. You understand what I'm saying? If they're giving me $4 million versus $6 million, I'm going to LSU. I'm telling you, man. Ain't no damn way.
But I'm just saying that little bit. Yeah, you're right. But if it's 4 million versus 16 or 12.
But it ain't going.
Bye, Felicia. I'm gone.
But it ain't gonna be a gap like that. It ain't gonna be a gap like that.
Nate, I've always been a Florida State die hard. But I can tell you right now, when I was 17 or 18, if you told me, hey, Florida State said they're gonna give you $1 million to come to the school, I'd be like, I'm going there. And then Florida Gators
And you
come
know
up,
what?
we're gonna give you
Hey,
$5 to come here. As bad as I hate the Florida Gators, I'd be like,
I'm
can
rocking
no,
y'all
with
you're
match
Florida
it?
not.
Virginia.
No, you're
Can
not.
y'all match
No,
it?
you're not. No, you're not.
Yes, I
No, you're
am.
not.
Yeah.
And why you putting those schools in it? Why you can't stick with LSU and Ole Miss in this scenario?
So I'm just
You
giving
know,
you a situation
because
that I would be in.
that's actually a little bit easier. You don't know if schools recruiting you, you're gonna be in whatever situation from the schools that's recruiting you. And so if it was Mississippi, Ole Miss, and LSU, or if it was Ole Miss and any other school, and you 18, like you just said, you ain't the only one gonna factor in on that decision. You gonna say that, but your parents gonna factor in on that decision too.
Yeah,
And then you know
I
what
would,
you,
I would.
and then
They factor in. They
you know
factor
what
in
you,
before the money
you
come involved.
yeah,
When the
but you
money
know
get
what your,
involved, it's
you know what your old black ancestral mother gonna tell you, and your grandparents, you're not taking your black ass to Mississippi. That's what they're gonna tell you. All that's gonna factor in. All that's gonna factor in their decision. You say what you want to say,
Nate. You don't
but
act like you ain't. And Nate, don't act like you ain't never snuck out your house before.
damn, bro, 4 years a long time to be sneaking
You gotta
around.
come home. I was about to say,
Look,
damn, you
look,
gotta come home, Gabe.
look.
Sometime.
You gonna
You gonna
yes,
be
you gonna have influence. We all gonna have influence. But when it's
yeah.
something that you want, and but some kids, especially if you ain't got it, at that age, a lot of kids ain't even got it. They ain't never seen money like that. And they're gonna be like, we're gonna put this in your pocket. Man, please, Nate, I'm out. If I change
And
my
then,
if it's bad, I'll hit the transfer portal if it's bad.
right.
If I don't
And
enjoy it,
then,
I hit the
bruh,
transfer portal. I'm
exactly. And
out.
then, bruh, if I can break my family off too,
Yeah. Like I
what?
said, man, if you're that coveted where some school willing to offer you that much money, you're gonna have plenty of options. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. You're gonna
But
have
some
plenty of
schools got more
options.
money than other schools to pay you.
Right.
Pay you right into some misery. Yeah. That dollar ain't it all now.
Look at
All right.
what you think Beck been doing for all them years? He getting paid.
Well, because he know he ain't gonna have no NFL career. He better get it now. It's a whole lot of
Still.
factors that go into it. Shit, he better get it now. He gonna be get used to holding a clipboard or something, coming out there and trying to help coach, but he ain't gonna have no career otherwise, not in the NFL. And it's a shame they're paying him all that money. So let's
And
see.
that's why
Up next, go ahead.
That's
go
the
ahead.
But that's the perfect example right there.
Yeah, well, yeah, putting all that trash in that trash
Georgia,
can.
oh, you gonna pay me this much? I'm gone.
Yeah, and Kirby Smart, you saw him good riddance. He probably glad too,
Right.
especially when he saw him throw those 4 interceptions or 3 or whatever that was. Shit. Hey, that's what's up, man. So now here, our final NCAA topic. And I think we touched on it a little bit. Mine is short and sweet, man. You know, I ain't the I can't even come close to being a Kings fan, but I don't have the kind of malicious hate in my heart or anything like that. I just don't like these boys. But I will say they are more deserving of the spot simply because they beat them head up. They beat them head up. What was that? The first game of the season? Or was first or second game of the season? They beat them head up. So what can you say about that? Although I do think if, unlike other years where like Notre Dame be like, I ain't nobody worried about Notre Dame. I think they'll make a little more noise this season than they did last season, even if it's just in the form of being a tougher out, like tougher to beat. But yeah, but I do think the Canes deserve that spot before the Irish.
Go ahead, Gabe. Go ahead,
Oh,
Gabe.
yeah, real quick for me. Yeah, I agree. Just because it just seems to me like Miami plays harder teams on their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame seems like USC is their big game of the year. I believe it is.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure their whole schedule or anything like that, but I just I agree. I think Miami deserves to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So me and my wife got into it a little bit about this tonight because she saw the rankings came out yesterday and we dropped to number 12, and Notre Dame was still up there. And then, they had all of the buzz. So I'm sitting here trying to tell her that it would behoove Notre Dame to actually get into a conference.
Mm-hmm.
And they refuse to do that.
And I can't understand that.
Well, it's that TV contract, bro. They don't want to, they got their own little contract with CBS. That's why you see all the Notre Dame games on, because they all. But if
that
you
many
go
people want to see them play,
I don't know why.
Yeah,
but if you go under a conference, then the conferences all have their own contract. So I don't know how that works out from a money perspective, but Notre Dame think they'll be losing money, but they hurt themselves because you ain't in the conference. You know what I'm saying? You playing Rudy Poops, and then like Gabe said, you'll schedule USC, and then you'll schedule somebody like Miami or somebody out of the SEC, and them be your 2 big games of the year, and the rest you just floating by. So now we get to this, and then all of a sudden you want to be, ranked and say, yeah, but no.
So
it would be a travesty if Miami don't make it.
Yeah, it really would.
Look, y'all piss somebody off, and they just want Notre Dame to be in there. And what's going to happen with Notre Dame? They're going to play into an SEC team
and get knocked out.
What's going to happen?
Get their ass torn up.
Yeah, every year.
Their ass torn up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So yeah, Canes. All right, fellas. Well, last topic of the ep, man. Yeah. So we're gonna talk some fantasy football, man. And we're gonna say then and now, and then simply because, again, realistically this season we just getting started. So, we went out, or we spent a lot of time, last season talking about fantasy, and it was some trash talk and all that stuff like fantasy normally generates. So we're going to talk about how last season ended, and then we're going to talk about where we are now, ironically, as we kind of gear up and get set to go into this fantasy playoffs here. So the one thing I'll say, I have to say, and I'm so glad, man, I've grown and I've matured a little bit since last year, this time, a year. A lot can happen in a year. To the point that I could say, you know what? Although it pains me, I have to say congratulations. Congratulations there, Gabe James. You talked a lot of noise last season about what you was going to do and this, that, and the other. You ended up doing it. You ended up winning the championship. So, hey, man, what can I say? I'm surprised you. I should have given you a heads up so you can come and flash your ring and all of that stuff, But,
I got it.
You say, I got it. Hey, man, you got to give the people what they want, man. You got to let them see the ring, man. So yeah, like I say, man, I'd be remiss if I didn't say, congratulations, man. And what can I say? Job well done. So now, damn it, that's in the past. It's a new season. But where the ring at, man? You not gonna show it? You got it with you?
I gotta grab it right around the corner.
Oh,
well, keep talking. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah. I'm a damn sure do that. So yeah, man. So yeah, Ster, you almost had him. You finished what? So you finished second. Gabe won the chip, and then we had to just run it back this season. And so I'll say, as far as the state of my squad this season, it started off pretty rough. But my stance right now is just because right now I'm sitting at 6 and 7. Would have been 5 and 8, but thankfully to a DQ.
Was that you they was talking about today?
Hey, look here, man. Like I told,
I was wondering.
Listen. Like I told, no. Like I told Gabe when he texted the other night, and he was like, "Yo, man, your lineup illegal, man. You need to fix your lineup. But I already knew my lineup was illegal.
Oh,
See,
so you
because
went
Joe
in
Burrow
cheating, huh?
Joe Burrow came back off of IR, but I was trying to wait to the last second so nobody could pick up Drake May and use him this weekend.
You see how you are, dog? You see how you are?
So I was trying to wait to the
see.
last second. So when he called me out, I was like, well, crap, man, I don't want to mess around and miss the deadline, because if I do, then I'm gonna really be screwed. It's gonna be a whole bunch of I told you so. And that we can do, man. We told you. So I went in and a change of mind. But unbeknownst, I didn't look at, Frankie's or even O's, but both of them went through and finished the weekend out with illegal lineups. So I played Frankie, and he won on the scoreboard. But yeah, we had to reverse that, baby.
So what happened? He had too many at one position?
Yeah, so let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. So this season, I have not monitored everybody like I usually do. Every time that I text somebody, it's because somebody else has alerted me of a roster, a legal roster. So I got alerted of Nate's roster. It was like, hey, and I was out of town. They said, hey, Burrows is on Nate's IR, but everybody played already. Or I should say his other quarterback.
They didn't play.
No, he didn't play, but you had a quarterback that you could drop. So I was like, hey, Nate, you need to drop a quarterback for Sunday or Monday, or else, you're going to catch an L. I ain't look at nobody else's roster. And it was like literally on Monday, somebody alerted me about Frankie. And they said, hey, man, Frankie got an illegal roster. So he has only one kicker. And it was too late by then, because all his players had already played. And then O came yesterday. Somebody alerted me of O's roster. Oh, his roster was the worst because he had.
I just played that joker last week.
Did you look at the standings?
That's who I lost to.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I got to win. I ain't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, as of tonight, you got to win. It's already changed.
Hey, thank you, Jesus.
The fantasy gods have blessed me.
But he had the worst roster because he had Darren Waller on IR, and he caught a touchdown this weekend.
I didn't even pay attention to that, dog. Oh, man.
And that's what I'm shocked. I'm like, wow, the person he played ain't even send me nothing.
I didn't even pay attention. I was looking at that score, dog, and I was like, damn.
But to make matters worse, not only did he had him on IR, he had only one kicker also too. So he had 4 receivers on the bench and a receiver on the IR that played. So I was like, oh, yeah, I was like, man.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But it is what it is, man.
See, I wish ESPN was a little bit better, because I know, like in CBS.
Yeah, there it is.
I know, I see it. Anyway,
the champ is here. The champ is here. So what's that stuff?
I wish ESPN, because like when you said it in CBS, if you say it, you got a maximum limit on receivers.
Yeah.
It won't allow you to make that
illegal lineup.
Yeah, say a legal lineup. See, ESPN, I don't think you got that flexibility.
You don't. But the thing is, we didn't have the same amount of owners in this league. I want to say at least for 8 years. Some of us been in it for the whole 10 to 12, but almost everybody else at least 8 years, and the rules have been exactly the same. And y'all know every year at the draft, I say the same thing. Make sure you check your roster, because if it's not the way it's supposed to be, if it's illegal, you're going to catch a loss. And I always bring Frankie up because he already caught 1. Now he has 2. So I was like, check your roster. If you drop a kicker, pick up a kicker. You drop a running back, pick up a running back. Don't be trying to mismatch, and you got to worry about it.
Right.
So,
man, you know what you should do, Gabe? You should attach some monetary penalty to that. You do an illegal roster, you owe me $50. You got to put that back in the kitty. I bet you I'll stop all that.
It'll stop it all. It'll stop it all. Yes, sir.
But I don't know if y'all was talking about then and now, but I would say last season, I felt last season was a little bit easier to talk trash, and not because I had a decent team, but to me, there weren't injuries, not like it was this
Right.
year. So if you had a decent team, you could still talk trash because you know at least your players are gonna play. But this year, to me, it's like every week, it's like a star player getting hurt or leaving the game or gonna be out for 2 weeks. So it's got to a point now where if anybody play fantasy football, pretty much the healthiest team is gonna probably be the team that won it all. Because there's so many guys on injury right now. It's like you just out there hoping that your player don't get hurt or the person you pick up don't get hurt. Because it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm fighting to get in all the playoffs this season.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, as far as then and now, I mean, my now is the same as my then. And my then before the previous then, which is, hey man, mantra is just make it, baby, just make the playoffs. That's all I want to do. Whether I come running in straight up and face forward out the blocks, or whether I back in that bitch, just make the playoffs. I just want to make it.
But what's sad, Nate, is when you sit there and you got your lineup set for the week, and then you get an alert saying such and such has went from healthy to questionable. You're like, how? Then all of a sudden, you're like, okay, well, questionable, he's still gonna play. Then all of a sudden, Sunday, your player has went from questionable to out. And you're like, oh my goodness, how is he out now? Yeah. And that's another thing, real quick, and I'm gonna let Sterling get it. I think next season I'm gonna cut the alerts off on my phone because now I kind of figured out, like, if I hear my alerts going off a lot, that means my team is doing good. But then it'd be days I don't hear the alerts go off at all.
Yeah, you hate those telltales, man. Yeah, get used to those, and then you'd be like, yeah, I'm still monitoring it one way or the other. But yeah, I just, you know what, man, I just, this was my first season where, you know, I don't wait until like after the Sunday night game to check my scores. I just be like, hell, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and just check it as the game's progressing. That's all I do. And now I check it at, you know, at least every halftime.
You got to. You have a player that ain't playing that next night. You be in trouble.
Yeah. So how you feeling, Sterling, about your then and now?
I don't know. My then and now is about the same. You know what I mean? Injuries. I've been dealing with injuries for the last couple of years. So fortunately enough, I could knock on a little wood. I really haven't had that many injuries in my lineup per se. Mm-hmm. It's just been inconsistent play.
Yeah, JJ issue.
What's really killing me is JJ, and it's not his fault. It's the quarterback. This man wide open. You can't get it to him.
Get it to him. Yeah.
But you're in a situation where you can't bench him because you don't know when he's gonna go off. One mistake I made was putting my faith in the gnome and in the Cardinals uniform. I should have never named him because
who? Wait a minute, what?
Kyler Murray called him a gnome.
The gnome. I should have because I had him last year and I said, man, I should have never designated him as a keeper. I could have actually pulled him back and got a Drake May or somebody like that. So that was issue number one, to the point where, I mean, the two quarterbacks I started with, I don't even have them anymore. I just lost faith in them. So, but I'm about the same. Going into the playoff, I was at 500 or slightly below 500.
Right.
Like you say, you just try to get your roster together to the point where you can get a win, and then you just move on to the next one. So I'm at the same position. What I'm trying to do though is build a roster to beat that Ed.
Yes, sir.
Because, dude, I don't understand how this man is 10-2. I really don't. He been like some of the game. He wins those close ones, and then when he blows some people out, his people are blowing up, and then you look at the player he playing against, and their players just didn't show up that week. And then you look at that same team he played, the next week they blowing up. It's like, so what is it?
He got some kind of fantasy mojo going on, bro, because he just won a game where two people on his squad didn't even score. I'm talking about 0 points.
How do you do that? Right. How do you do that?
And he blew somebody out. I said, my goodness, man, enough is enough.
You know what it is, and we talked about it, Nate. It's that, hey, take it easy on me. Take it easy on me this week. It's like, dude, why are you even talking to me right now? Leave me alone.
He hit you with the reach out of death, whether it's a call or a text. He go,
bro, don't talk to me right now.
Hey, I would start blocking his ass.
Yes. So that's if I get in the playoffs, bro. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to construct the team, to beat him.
Take him out.
And like I said, God forbid if I don't want it to happen because he on my team, but God forbid something happened to Christian McCaffrey.
Well, I just want him to get mad and sit out 2 games. I don't want him to get hurt. I want him to just get pissed off and sit out 2 games.
God forbid something happened to Christian McCaffrey because then he's gonna be scrambling. 10-2. That's like I looked. I'm like, how?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Fucking won the damn division.
They draw good teams. I mean. Like if you look at Terry and like I said Ed too, their points scored for the season is like the lowest. And I got because Terry beat me. I scored 50 or 60 points when I played Terry.
Dang.
Yep, he got me the same way. It's like your players just don't show up.
Yeah. I always, find myself asking that question. Well, what is he doing that these guys play so hard for him? My guys need to play hard for me also.
Well, I take that back. When I beat Tarek, I stopped his winning streak and I blew him out. And then that next week I was feeling good. I say I'm going into Ed, and then I received the kiss of text, the text of death. Take it easy on me, bro. Oh, here we go.
You know what's bad is if for some reason like I play Ed this week, and if for some reason I win. That's who I'll draw in the first round.
Right. You got playing back to back? Oh, yeah, because you'll slide in at that last spot.
But we're gonna lean on you. We're gonna lean on you, man. Get him, dog. 2 in a row. Get him,
bro. You can get him 2 in a row.
That's why I kind of needed Nate to lose so that at least if I won and Nate lost, then I would own the tiebreaker over Nate, and Nate would be the 8th seed. And now I can't even catch Nate.
I would have torn his ass up.
He tried to help you out with the illegal roster.
Hey man, listen. I was on top of mine, man. Mine was going to be changed, man. Mine was deliberate. Mine was calculated.
So you was just trying not to put your boy out there so we could snatch him up before Sunday,
right? Because the only reason I put him out there and not Joe Burrow, the deciding factor was I was like, well. If Burrow wasn't throwing to Chase and Higgins, his ass would have been gone. That's the only reason I kept him over Drake May, is because he's got Higgins and Chase, whereas who
your other quarterback?
Stafford, which I went back and picked him up later. I was like, damn, he's still sitting out there. And as soon as I picked him up, that motherfucker started throwing 3 or 4 touchdowns a game. I said, all right, then.
Yeah.
I said, oh crap.
Nah, you straight for the playoffs then.
Yeah, well, see, my thing is, man, I have to at some point figure out how to strengthen this receiving core. And that's hard to do in our league, man. Man, that's hard to do, get receivers, because shit, they all gobbled up. And
you got players keeping them on IR and stuff. That might be why.
Yeah. It's hard to get into decent receivers. So,
but you know what? That might have been calculated too, Gabe. He probably didn't want to put him out there.
Who?
Who had all of the receivers on IR and was supposed to give them up?
Orlando and Frankie.
It might have been calculated. Like, look, I'm gonna see if I can skate by with this one because I don't want to put him out there because I might not get him back.
Dirty bastards. But yeah, man, I actually really like Drake May, man. So I really wanted to keep him, but like I said, that was the only deciding factor with keeping Burrow. And it's like, who knows? He might come in handy. But for these playoffs, but then I was also thinking, shit, it comes down to it, they don't really have nothing to play for. They're probably gonna sit his ass. So I was, kind of in limbo, but I just went on and tossed May back out there.
Well,
It
like
may
I
not be
said,
no guarantee he come back to you.
Right.
I was talking to one of the other owners, Jabbar, this week, and I said, regardless of what happened this weekend, it's still gonna be 4 people that's pissed off next weekend. Regardless of how good the season is, it's gonna be 4 people pissed off next weekend. Because all that gonna be for nothing.
Yeah.
All that gonna be for nothing.
Yeah.
In 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Here we go.
I still think it's gonna be a dark horse that win it. I don't think Tariq gonna win it, and I don't think Ed gonna win it.
Hey, they don't come any darker than me, baby.
I just don't. Especially when you've been reeling off wins like that during the season. Boy, your team,
your time
your
coming,
team
buddy.
bound to. Your team bound to sit on the couch for a second.
Be like, it's time for that balloon to pop, buddy.
That's why I was talking to Earl too, because he said he really don't want to win the division because a division winner hasn't won a championship in a long time. A long time, if ever.
Well, good. So that means Ed's off to a great start then. Hopefully it holds true. So yeah, man. So I think we can go ahead and move into wrap, man. This has been great, man. It was I don't know, hard getting started back up and everything. I almost slipped into that little nap, that pre-nap, but I said I better not. But yeah, man. It was it was good, man. Good getting back on, man. So we'll definitely keep it going. I think we went a little longer tonight, again, due to our hiatus, and just getting back. But yeah, it was good to be back, man. Good chopping it up with you, bros, and looking forward to next week, man.
Yes, sir, man. Glad to have you back, bro.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you back.
Good to be back, my man. Good to be back. Yes, sir. Last year was a different story. But that's what's up, man. So I'm gonna say peace. And we'll do it again next week. All right.
All right. Stay up.
Sound like a plan.
Yes, sir.